December 14, 2023, Colorado, United States. A successful female executive, as usual, sent her child to school and drove home. 2 hours later, her husband dialed the emergency number with a terrifyingly calm tone and said, "Please go to my house and take a look. My wife hasn't replied to my message." At the moment the police pushed open the garage door, the smell of blood hit her face. Daniel Kruger fell in a pool of blood, suffered a blunt blow to the head, stabbed several times in the chest, and had already lost breath. And the husband who cares about his wife is sitting in the coffee shop, leisurely complaining that the coffee is too hot. Daniel Kruger, 42 years old, is a high-achieving student at the Colorado School of Mines with a bachelor's degree in biochemical engineering. She is a project management elite in a technology company, a passionate fan of contemporary dance, and a mother of 3 children. In the eyes of outsiders, she has a perfect life: high education, high-paying job, caring husband, and beautiful suburban house. But no one knows what kind of cracks are hidden in the walls of this house. Everything started on October 2, 2023. Daniel received a strange text message from someone who claimed to be her ex-boyfriend from college in 1999, saying that he was going to Colorado and wanted to relive old relationships. She didn't reply, but text messages flooded in like a tide. "I know where you live. I've been watching you all along. I know when you're going to the dental clinic." The other party not only knows her address, but also sent a photo. Her husband Daniel got out of the car, and her car was parked outside the clinic. This is not a coincidence. This is naked surveillance. What's even more terrifying is that Christy began to discover her personal information on adult websites. Her real name, phone number, and explicit photos. Strangers keep sending harassing messages and unsightly pictures. She realized that someone was systematically destroying her life. In mid-November, Christy finally broke down and confessed everything to her husband. Daniel appeared shocked and angry, vowing to protect his wife. They called the police together, hired private detectives, and installed surveillance cameras. Daniel thought she had found support, but she didn't know she is walking into a carefully designed trap. On the morning of December 14th, Christy finished dropping off her child and went home alone. The garage door slowly closed. In the darkness, a figure came from behind. The blunt object hit her head heavily, and she tried to escape and resist, but the other party was stronger. The blade flashed, causing a sharp pain in the chest and warm blood gushing out. She collapsed on the cold concrete ground, and the last image before her was that familiar face. Daniel cleaned up the bloodstains, changed his clothes, and drove to the coffee shop. He deliberately asked the shop assistant to remake a cup of too hot coffee just to leave a perfect alibi. Then, he dialed the carrying phone number. The police immediately identified the ex-boyfriend. 3 hours later, the Utah police arrested him. But the suspect looked bewildered and said, "I've been married for 10 years. How could I harass my girlfriend from 20 years ago?" The alibi is conclusive. He lived 8 hours away by car and never left. If the text message was not sent by him, who was it? Technical Department tracks email IP addresses. Colorado Department of Public Health. Further positioning, it actually points to Daniel's work computer. The investigation revealed the true marriage of this couple. Daniel had already moved out of the master bedroom, told her family that she no longer loved Daniel, and made the decision to divorce in 2023. And the time when the harassment began happened to be the moment she decided to divorce. The police found terror search records in Daniel's computer. How many blunt blows are needed for head trauma? And when will a person lose consciousness? All of which occurred the day before the murder. Originally, Daniel couldn't accept losing control. He forged the identity of his ex-boyfriend and directed and acted in this harassment drama just to make his wife fearful, dependent, and unable to live without him. But when Christy saw through the scam and decided to completely escape, he chose the most extreme way. Since he couldn't have it, he would destroy it himself. In April 2025, the jury found Daniel Kruger guilty of first-degree murder. In Colorado, this means life imprisonment without parole. The man who once complained about the coffee being too hot in the coffee shop will spend the rest of his life behind bars. Christy's mother cried uncontrollably in court. "My daughter is so smart, but she couldn't escape the trap set by the person she trusts the most." This case reveals the darker side of human nature, when the desire for control evolves into possessiveness, when love distorts into destruction. Even the closest people can become the deadliest enemies. Daniel's perfect disguise was ultimately torn apart by evidence, while Christy's tragedy reminds us that trust needs to have a bottom line and be wary of the abnormal concern of those around us. In the United States, First-degree murder requires proof of premeditated malice and carries the heaviest sentence. The mental control in domestic violence, such as the forgery and harassment in this case, is gradually being incorporated into the criminal scope of various countries' laws.